Hey, this is Brett. Guaranteed income programs are popping up or expanding across the country. Cities like Ann Arbor, Rochester, Cambridge, Denver, LA, San Francisco, they've all piloted free money programs. In California alone, more than 12,000 people participate. And in San Antonio, more than 1,000 families get $5,000 per month with no restriction on how the money is spent. And with the direction everything is heading in the economy, higher food costs, lingering inflation, and increasing inequality between the haves and have-nots, do you think there's going to be more or less demand for programs like this over the next 1, 2, 3 years? I think that answer is pretty obvious. We'll be seeing a lot more reports like this one from ABC News titled "Where Guaranteed Income Programs Are Growing in the United States."
What's called a guaranteed basic income. It actually dates back to 16th century England. Today, it's being tested in dozens of pilot programs across the country.
300 families from Oakland will continue receiving $500 a month for the next 6 months as part of the Universal Basic Income Program.
Big story here, a new USC study on providing universal basic income to dozens of homeless people shows some promise.
Each participant in the study was given $750 a month, and a significant number of people were able to get off the streets.
In this video, I'm going to break it down and explain how to locate and apply for guaranteed income programs. I also look at the numbers and explain why I think most people are going to be let down by these. Because these UBI programs, they aren't easy to get into, even if you're someone that really needs the help. So let's take a look at this. Here's what the registration process looks like to sign up for the United Way Guaranteed Income Program. And let's just go through this. As you can see, this program gives $500 per month for 12 months to 130 participants that are selected to join the study. To be eligible, you need to live in Sacramento County and have a total annual income that falls below these limits here. So for example, one adult with one child here would need a total income below $49,945 to qualify. If you meet this criteria, the next step would be to complete an online survey and then submit an application through the website. Now, you must be able to prove that you have low income. I'm guessing one way you could do this is through last year's tax return, maybe a W-2, something like that. And if you do end up being one of the 130 individuals selected to get payments, you need to complete 2 surveys, one after 6 months, the second one after 12 months, just to share how the experience basically benefited you and provide feedback about, what it was like to get an extra $500 a month, basically. Here's why I don't think this is going to be as easy as it sounds for people to get paid, even when you meet every single one of the eligibility requirements and you maybe really need this help. So take a look at this. So the United Way Guaranteed Income Program helped 130 people for 12 months in Sacramento County. All that sounds great, right? But here's the deal. According to povertyusa.org, there are actually more than 220,000 people in poverty in Sacramento County alone. So what this tells me is that there's way more demand out there for these services than we'll ever be able to help out, unfortunately. And if you go to a website called guaranteedincome.us, you'll see a list of UBI pilots near the bottom of the page. Just scroll down. And as you can see, most of these are between $500 to $600 per month, and they only have space for 200-300 people for each one of these pilots. And since getting into these programs is going to be so competitive, you'll need to register for these very quickly when they become available, and make sure you have proof of low income ready to go. You'll also want to monitor if and when these programs come out in your area, so when something new hits, you want to be ready to pounce on it. And I think the best way to do this would just be to head to Google and type in Universal Basic Income Programs plus your city name, or Guaranteed Income Programs plus your city name. Then just keep doing this search every couple of months to check back to see if any new programs have come out that you could apply for and qualify for. I've also included a big list of resources to different pilot programs in the resource box below this video that you can check out and just see if you qualify. But to be totally honest, if you ask me, it seems like, there's just way more demand for these services and these programs than there is money to go around in them, right? These programs get a ton of attention in the news because it's free money, right? Like, who doesn't want that? But the scale of these programs, at least in the United States, so far has been extremely limited. And from what I can tell, most of the programs, they only last between 12 to 24 months, and most of them only last 12. Then it ends. Then what happens next for these people that are in these pilots, right? Like, I guess things just go back to normal from what I can tell anyway. So this is just my opinion, but let me know if you agree or disagree with this. I think UBI, it's gonna be something that you're gonna be hearing a lot more about in the coming years. It's something that our politicians and our leaders, they're gonna dangle in front of us like a carrot. I think leaders will continue rolling out more small-scale UBI pilots across the country, and they're gonna talk about how great they are, what an impact they make on different communities. Then they'll promise UBI will be rolled out to more people if you vote in a certain way. This is gonna give a lot of people living on the edge hope, and they'll be motivated to cast their vote when the time comes. But you know how this works. At the end of the day, after politicians are elected, I think the promises of UBI will gradually get scaled back. The program will remain small scale, hard to get into, and only last for a short period of time because there's no way to expand them without raising taxes dramatically. Then the politicians, they're gonna either blame an opponent or they're gonna have some other reason UBI can't be rolled out right now at a mass scale. Then, like clockwork, UBI is pushed off as a serious subject until the next election cycle rolls around when the entire process starts over again. And frankly, I don't know how governments, they even can expand these services very far. You would either need to raise taxes to unheard of levels, or the government would need to take on, basically take on debt to pay for it. And I don't think either one of these options is gonna be sustainable for long. But let me know what you think about guaranteed income in the comments below. Do you think governments are gonna expand these programs further? Or do you think UBI and guaranteed payments generate false hope for millions of Americans who, really are struggling right now and could use help making ends meet? And if you're serious about improving your financial situation without waiting on guaranteed income programs, check out my database of 102 business ideas in the resource box below this video. Access to the database is free and gives you side hustle ideas with revenue numbers and startup costs for each business. This database includes revenue from profitable, solo-founded business opportunities you might not know about, like parking lot cleaning, towing, junk removal, auto detailing, online businesses, and more. If you're looking for a new business idea this year, sign up for the database below this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.